Did you know that on your spiritual journey, there are hidden things that God has revealed only to you? Signs so deep and unique that, if shared with the wrong people, can jeopardize everything that has been reserved for your life. What I am going to tell you today is not something common. It is a powerful spiritual secret, a key that many ignore but that protects your purpose in an extraordinary way. And if you think this doesn't make a difference, let me warn you, ignoring this truth can cost you a lot. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to reveal here can change the way you see your path and protect what God has placed inside you. Chosen one, maybe you have already felt that something or someone tried to strike you. That feeling that, no matter how hard you try, the doors simply close inexplicably. Or that opportunities that seem to be yours slip through your fingers without any apparent reason. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. You are not alone. In this video, you will discover why keeping this secret is vital to your journey. We are not talking about just anything, but about a powerful gift that God has entrusted to you, a gift that needs to be protected with utmost care. This is not for everyone. What I'm going to reveal here is reserved only for those who are ready. Ready to receive and use this wisdom responsibly, because once you understand it, there will be no turning back. So be careful. By revealing this secret, you may end up exposing your greatest protection, what makes you truly special in this world. So stay with me, because every word you hear here can be the key to your next victory. The secret is not in who you are, it is in what you keep inside yourself. There are things in our lives that are so deeply connected to our souls that they cannot be shared with just anyone. These spiritual secrets are more than information. They are divine gifts, confidences that God places in our hearts to guide and protect us. When the chosen ones speak more than they should or reveal what is sacred to them, something begins to change. Have you ever felt that, upon telling someone a plan or dream, everything fell apart shortly after? This happens because spiritual secrets, when exposed, can be misunderstood, judged, or even used against you. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. When God entrusts something to you, He is giving you a piece of His divine plan, something that many times other people are not prepared to understand. It's like giving a rare jewel to someone who doesn't know its value. That person may despise, damage, or even take it from you. Spiritual secrets have power, but only when they remain kept in the right place, in your heart and in your communion with God. Have you ever shared something that was important to you and saw the person react with disbelief, envy, or negativity? This energy can contaminate your journey and delay what God is doing in your life. This happens because not everyone around you has the ability to understand or respect what God has entrusted to you. Sharing spiritual secrets with the wrong people is like opening a door for contrary energies to enter your life. Dreams and plans are seeds planted in your heart by God, but like seeds, they need to be protected and nurtured in silence. When you share too much, it's like leaving the seed exposed to winds and storms. Many do not understand the value of your journey and, unintentionally or intentionally, end up sabotaging what you are trying to build. God asks that we be cautious with what we share, so that His purpose is fulfilled without unnecessary interference. As a chosen one, you carry a special weight. Not everyone can deal with the depth of what God has placed in you. The spiritual world recognizes this, and that is why you face more opposition than most. Revealing spiritual secrets is like exposing your armor, creating breaches for attacks. Remember that your mission is unique, and some secrets are given to you precisely to protect you and keep your journey strong. Perhaps you have experienced situations where, by telling someone something important, everything fell apart. For example, sharing a business idea with a friend and suddenly encountering obstacles that didn't exist before. Or perhaps you told a family member about a dream and felt an energy of disbelief that drained your enthusiasm. This is no coincidence. It is the manifestation of a spiritual truth. What is sacred must be kept. God, in His wisdom, delivers revelations in an intimate manner. He speaks to you in silence, in moments of prayer, in those instances when you feel He is by your side. These messages are gifts to strengthen and guide you, but they are also confidential. When you share this with someone who is not on the same spiritual frequency, you risk losing the divine connection or weakening your confidence in the message you received. Not everything you receive spiritually is meant to be revealed. Discerning this requires prayer and intimacy with God. Before sharing something, ask yourself, would this person understand or respect what I am saying? If the answer is no, keep it to yourself. Not everyone around you has the spiritual maturity to value the secrets you have received. Silence is not just an act of protection, It is also a way to honor what God has given you. Keeping a spiritual secret is an act of faith, a demonstration that you trust God more than anyone else. It is like building a wall around what is most precious, ensuring that nothing and no one can destroy the purpose He has planted in you. Protecting your spiritual secrets is a way to take care of yourself and honor the trust that God has placed in you. It is an act of self-love, because you understand that your path is unique and deserves to be preserved. And it is also an act of obedience to God, who wants you to walk towards your purpose without distractions or interference. The secret that God gave you is your greatest protection. Preserve it, respect it, and see how He will lead you to places you never imagined. Many times we seek protection in external things, advice from friends, human strategies, or even physical strength. But the secret that protects the chosen ones is within you. It is like a sacred password that only you and God know. This secret is the manifestation of your spiritual identity, of the purpose that was given to you. When you understand what must be kept, you also understand that silence is a powerful weapon. It's not about hiding, but about protecting what is precious. Have you noticed how some people seem to want to know everything about your life? They ask, opine, and even judge, but they don't always have the best intentions. Silence is a divine strategy, an act of wisdom that keeps you safe from negative energies and the judgments of others. It is no coincidence that the Bible teaches us that even a fool, when he holds his peace, is considered wise. Chosen one, the secret to your spiritual protection is directly linked to your ability to discern what to share and what to keep. Imagine your heart as a safe where the most precious secrets that God has revealed to you are kept. Just like a safe that can only be opened with the right combination, your protection depends on not exposing these treasures to just anyone. Ask yourself, who has access to my heart? Are these people aligned with God's plans for my life? If the answer is no, it might be time to redefine who is around you and how much you share. Not all information needs to be said. One of the greatest spiritual tests that the chosen ones face is discerning what should or should not be revealed. Before opening your mouth, ask yourself, does this information glorify God or feed my ego? If it is to glorify God, proceed with confidence. But if it is something that exalts your pride or exposes a vulnerability, it might be better to keep it just between you and God. Many battles we face originate from the words we speak. When you share too much, you risk attracting envious looks and doubts that can weaken your journey. Not everyone around you wishes you well. Chosen one, protect your secret as if it were a treasure. The less you expose, the less room there is for spiritual attacks. Sometimes, silence is not just wisdom, it is an invisible wall against evil. People around you can influence your journey, either positively or negatively. Therefore, it is crucial to analyze who is close to you. Are they people who encourage you to grow spiritually, or do they plant doubts and fears in your heart? Aligning yourself with those who share your spiritual vision is a way to strengthen the protection of your secret. Remember, only those who understand the value of your mission can be trusted to hear parts of your calling. One of the most practical ways to protect your spiritual secret is to constantly bring it to God in prayer. There is no safer place to keep your desires, fears, and plans than in the divine presence. Prayer not only helps you guard the secret, but also receive guidance on when and with whom to share it. The Holy Spirit is your faithful counselor, always ready to guide your words and silences. Let's imagine a situation. You are planning a big project or have received a powerful vision from God. The temptation to share it with everyone is great, but not everyone will understand or support it. Instead of spreading the news, choose to remain silent and work in secret. This will protect you from premature criticism and negativity that can divert your focus. Remember, what is done in secret is rewarded publicly by God. Chosen one, understand that the secret God placed in you is your greatest weapon. It is not just protection against evil, but also a symbol of your commitment to the divine purpose. Keeping this secret is an act of faith, of trusting that God knows the right time to reveal to the world what He is doing in your life. When you protect what is sacred, you make room for God to perform miracles in silence, transforming the invisible into the visible at the right time. You need to understand that the secret God entrusted to you is not something ordinary. It is not just information, but a purpose that carries the essence of who you are and what you came to accomplish in this world. When you choose to keep this secret, you are not only protecting yourself, but also the mission entrusted to you. Our faith teaches us that there is a time for everything, and revealing something before its time can be as dangerous as never revealing it. God does not entrust great responsibilities to those who cannot protect them, and this secret is proof that you are worthy of that trust. Guarding something so precious requires more than silence. It demands faith and trust in God. When you choose not to reveal this secret, you are declaring that you fully trust in the divine plan, even if you do not understand all the details. Many times, we may be tempted to share our achievements or plans with loved ones, but not everyone is prepared to understand or support what God has placed in your life. Protecting your secret is an act of faith because you believe that God is in control and that at the right time, He will reveal everything that is necessary. Prayer is the channel through which you can access divine wisdom to discern what should be said or kept silent. Before sharing something, ask God, "Lord, is this the moment? Is this the right person?" Many times, silence is the answer you receive, and that is a sign that your secret still needs to be protected. Prayer not only brings clarity, but also strengthens your connection with God, making it easier to recognize the spiritual traps that may arise along the way. How many times have you trusted someone and then felt that this trust was betrayed? Perhaps you exposed something sacred about your life or your dreams, only to realize that this person was not ready to hear it or, worse, used this information against you. This painful experience is not just a learning moment, but a spiritual lesson. Not everything that is precious should be shared. Just like a rare jewel needs special protection, your secret also requires unique care. Loneliness, often seen as a burden, can actually be a divine gift. It is in moments of solitude that God speaks more clearly, that He strengthens your intimacy with Him and prepares you for the battles to come. When you feel alone, remember that this is not abandonment but protection. God is separating you from influences that could compromise the secret you carry. Embrace solitude as an opportunity to grow spiritually and strengthen your trust in the divine plan. What you say has the power to create or destroy, to attract blessings or open doors for spiritual attacks. That is why it is so important to guard this secret. By talking about something that God is still working on, you may expose your life to energies and intentions that are not pure. Protection begins with the choice of your words, and silence is often your best defense. When you keep a secret, you are preserving God's work until it is ready to be revealed. Envy is one of the most dangerous weapons used against those who carry a divine purpose. When you reveal something before its time, you can attract envious looks or even actions that seek to sabotage what God is doing in your life. It is not about living in fear, but being wise and strategic. Jesus Himself taught us to be shrewd as serpents and innocent as doves. Use this shrewdness to protect your secret. Everything in life has a right time, and the revelation of your secret is no different. By keeping something in the present moment, you are preparing the ground for God to reveal it in the most glorious way in the future. Imagine a flower that blooms before its time. It may be beautiful for a moment, but soon withers because it was not ready. The same happens with the secrets that God entrusts to you. Be patient and wait for the perfect moment, because He knows exactly when and how to act. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every moment of solitude you have lived was a lesson for you to understand the value of guarding the sacred. These experiences were not in vain. They were tools that God used to mold your character and prepare you to protect what is most precious. Look at your past with gratitude, because even the difficult moments were part of the divine plan to strengthen your faith and determination. Now, I want to speak directly to your heart. The secret you carry is not just a mission. It is proof that you are part of something greater, something that transcends this world. And that is exactly why you should not reveal it now. The enemy cannot attack what he does not know. By keeping this secret, you are protecting not only yourself, but also God's purpose in your life. At the right time, He Himself will take charge of making it visible, and when that happens, it will be impossible for any force to oppose the divine plan. Until then, keep praying, trusting, and protecting what is most sacred. The spiritual journey you embark on is filled with profound revelations and intense challenges. And among these challenges is the wisdom to protect what God has entrusted to you. There are secrets that are more than information. They are keys to your purpose, doors that, once opened to the wrong person, can bring delays, attacks, and confusion. That's why today I'm going to share 3 practical spiritual tools that will help you protect these secrets, strengthen your walk, and shield your spiritual energy. What I will say here could be the turning point between stagnation and the fulfillment of your destiny. So listen carefully and above all apply it. The first tool is strategic silence. Chosen one, not everything needs to be explained. How many times have you felt the impulse to justify your actions or share a revelation that seemed grandiose? Know this, silence is a form of prayer. When you remain silent in the face of certain questions, you allow God to work behind the scenes, protecting your purpose. Silence is not weakness, but a strength that keeps your energy intact. Every word you speak carries power, and often, speaking without divine direction can be like opening the castle doors without checking who is on the other side. Learn to discern the right moment to speak and when to keep what God has entrusted to you. In the spiritual world, silence is not just the absence of words, but a space where God operates. Chosen one, many of the battles you face are caused by poorly placed words. The enemy observes what you declare to find breaches. When you choose strategic silence, you not only protect your mission, but also allow your actions to speak louder than your words. Try this practice. Before responding or sharing something important, ask yourself, does this glorify God? Does this protect my purpose? If the answer is no, choose silence. The second practical tool I will share is the fortress prayer. Chosen one, your words have power, but when directed to God, they become invincible weapons. Before deciding what to share or with whom to speak, say a simple prayer asking for discernment and protection. Here is an example you can use daily. Lord, strengthen my heart and give me discernment to know what should be said and what should be kept. May my words be used only for your glory, and may no divine secret be revealed before the right time. Amen. This prayer is a spiritual shield. It protects your mind from doubts and keeps away those who do not have pure intentions when approaching you. Chosen one, prayer is not just an act of faith, but also a means of building a solid foundation for your spiritual life. When you pray before sharing something, you are literally placing God at the forefront of the situation. He is the one who opens and closes doors, who reveals or hides truths. This simple practice helps you avoid common mistakes, such as trusting those who do not deserve it or exposing yourself unnecessarily. Never underestimate the power of a prayer before any important decision. The third tool is building a list of trusted people. Chosen one, not everyone who comes close to you has good intentions. God places the right people in your path, but He also allows tests to come to strengthen your discernment. Make a mental list of who truly deserves to hear your plans and confidences. These people are not just friends, but also spiritual allies who pray for you and celebrate your victories without envy or ulterior motives. To identify them, observe the fruits they produce. Those who are faithful in small things will be trustworthy in great things. It is not always easy to identify who deserves your trust. Sometimes the people who seem closest can be the least suitable to keep your secrets. Pay attention to the details. How does this person react to your victories? Do they show genuine interest in your spiritual walk or seek reasons to criticize and demotivate? Trustworthy people do not compete with you, but support you and pray for your prosperity. If you have doubts, ask God to reveal hidden intentions and observe the responses. Not protecting your secrets can have serious consequences. Poorly shared words can generate envy, misunderstandings, and even spiritual attacks. The Word of God teaches us that the heart of the wise keeps secrets. Proverbs 11 verse 13. If you want to advance in your purpose, you need to learn to be silent where necessary, pray before acting, and trust only those who demonstrate worthy fruits of trust. When you protect your secrets, you are also protecting your divine mission. Applying these tools in daily life is simpler than it seems. Start practicing strategic silence, avoiding impulsive comments. Include the fortress prayer in your routine, especially before important decisions. And regularly review your list of trusted people, ensuring that only those guided by God have access to what is most precious. Spiritual protection begins with small daily attitudes that, when added up, build an unshakable fortress around your life. Chosen one, protecting your secrets is more than a strategy. It is an attitude of faith. By guarding what God has entrusted to you, you demonstrate that you value the divine purpose over your life. Remember, strategic silence, the fortress prayer, and the list of trusted people are your spiritual weapons to overcome invisible battles. Apply these tools and see how your life will be shielded against the forces that try to divert you. May you be strengthened, protected, and guided by God in every step of your journey. Have you ever stopped to think that there is something in you that no one can touch? Something that goes beyond what the eyes can see or words can explain. This secret is your direct connection with God, a spiritual bridge that strengthens your faith and gives meaning to your purpose. It is something that the world cannot fully understand, and that is why it must be protected at all costs. It is like a divine flame within you, burning intensely, but hidden from the eyes of the curious, the critics, and those who try to discredit you. In the Bible, Jesus teaches us, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Matthew 6 verse 21. The secret you keep is not a physical object, but a spiritual treasure. It is the essence of your calling, the certainty of your destiny, and the strength that sustains you amid the storms. This secret cannot be bought or sold, but must be kept in the safest place, your heart. Just as a safe protects rare jewels, you must protect this divine connection as something sacred. The Word of God also warns us, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven." Matthew 6 verses 19 to 20. This means that your secret, your spiritual connection, cannot be exposed to spiritual thieves, those who try to steal your peace, your faith, and your trust in God's purpose. When you guard this secret, it becomes a fortress against the forces that seek to divert you from the path. The secret that must never be revealed is your unshakable faith. It is your ability to believe even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It is your conviction that God has a specific purpose for your life, even when the world tries to tell you otherwise. When you keep this faith in silence, without ostentation, it grows and strengthens, becoming a shield against doubts and spiritual attacks. It is the inner light that guides your steps, even when the paths seem dark. Revealing this secret to those who do not understand its essence is to expose yourself to unnecessary attacks. Not everyone around you is capable of understanding or respecting what God has done in your life. Some may try to belittle, divert, or even destroy what is most precious to you. That is why keeping this secret is a form of protection. It is not about hiding the truth, but protecting it from those who are not ready to receive it. Just as Mary, the mother of Jesus, kept in her heart all that she heard and saw, Luke 2 verse 19, you are also called to keep your secret. Mary did not share everything with everyone because she understood that some revelations were meant to be meditated upon, matured, and protected in her intimacy with God. This is not only a demonstration of wisdom, but also of reverence. Your secret is what sustains your mission and prepares you for the fulfillment of the divine purpose. Many wonder how you manage to endure certain battles, overcome challenges, and keep moving forward. They do not understand that your strength comes from something that is not in plain sight. Your connection with God is like the root of a tree, invisible but deeply rooted, sustaining and nurturing all that you are. When you keep this secret guarded, it becomes your greatest strength, allowing you to thrive where others wither. God teaches us that there is power in silence. The secret you keep is not only protection, but also a divine strategy. As you preserve your faith and your spiritual connection, those who try to understand or attack cannot find any breaches. You become a spiritual fortress, unshakable and impenetrable. That is the beauty of keeping something so precious. It becomes a mystery that only you and God understand. Chosen one, keeping this secret is more than personal protection. It is a way of honoring the calling that God has placed on your life. When you keep your faith and your spiritual connection away from the eyes and opinions of others, you demonstrate that you fully trust God. This is a declaration that you understand the seriousness and importance of your purpose, and that you are willing to do whatever it takes to protect it. What truly matters is that you understand that this secret is your greatest protection. It is the key that keeps you aligned with the divine purpose. It is not about hiding, but about preserving. And when you keep this secret, you become unshakable, impenetrable, and prepared for all that God has in store for you. What is revealed without preparation can be destroyed, but what is kept with wisdom becomes an eternal strength. This is how you honor God and advance in your mission. Now that you understand the importance of keeping this secret as your greatest protection, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt that something in your life was so powerful and unique that it needed to be protected at all costs? Share your experience in the comments. Let's create a community where the chosen ones can support each other, learn from each other, and strengthen our spiritual journey together. Thank you for accompanying me this far. If this content resonated in your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also relate. If you want to discover the 7 signs that your childhood was planned by God for your purpose, the next video is for you. Click now and find out.